All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back. Welcome back on this lovely Wednesday. Good to see you all. Everybody on YouTube, welcome back. Good to see you, Raymond. Deborah, everyone here loud and clear? Perfect. All right, let's get started. So going to have a pretty good day. Looks like market's up around 387 points already. Getting a couple of decent moves. Some of you guys remember BIG. We did really well with that stock in the past. That thing went from $2.50 to about $5. We traded about last week. Looks like she's moving again. We're going to keep an eye on it. Looks like some of the stocks that took some really big hits are starting to make a little bit of a comeback. So, well, we got some good movement in the market. Let me tell you, this week, though, has been one hell of a roller coaster. I mean, we were up 1,000. We were down almost another 1,000. We came back. I mean, this is what day trading's all about. And this was a week when you really want to focus on it. I mean, it was like short in the morning and it was long in the afternoon. It was short in the morning, it was long in the afternoon. So a lot of really good volatility, which is very rare because in days like today, this week, you don't really we rarely trade brand name stocks. And a day like what we had going on this past week, this is when we only would ever trade brand name stocks. So yeah, there's a lot of green today, Patrick, in the market. But listen, I don't be fooled. Okay, we're seeing what's happening, what's going on with Russia. People are a little nervous about that. A lot of people still talking about what the Fed's going to do. Remember, they're meeting this week. They're talking about the raising the rates. If it's 4, it's not bad. If they say 6, they might, then it's a problem. If they do quarter upticks, it's not the end of the world. If they just hit hard and do a half, then you could see an issue. So a lot of good stuff going on, and we got to keep an eye on it. All right. In the meantime, what we had that was going on yesterday. But before I get started, let me just remind everybody, Josh is doing lesson 3 and 4 today. So do not forget that. He's going to be focusing on the best and worst times to trade, and he's going to focus on news. So if you're a bronze, silver, and gold student, you have access to it. If you're in the cyber group room, you want to know a little bit more about it. And want to know, because remember, you got to learn before you can earn. Remember, you see what's going on here on Sunday football. Oh my God, Sunday football. That was great last week. But you saw what's going on. But every day is not Sunday. We have to go out there and learn during the week, and that's what trading's about. So you want to keep an eye on that. But so don't miss class today, all right? So it's very, very important. And if you do have to miss it, remember, it's going to be on your dashboard. A couple of stocks that we traded yesterday, and we'll talk a little bit about it. So you got the Fed meeting that's going on today. You want to look at that. A couple of stocks that, that made some big moves. We had BBBY. That had a little bit of good pop yesterday. Yeah, let me just bring this up. You can see you had a nice little trend right there. Stock went all the way down to 1350 to about 1650. I know some of you guys traded that one. Some of you traded this SRRA. Had a nice pop early in the morning, 20 to 25, back down to 22. Had a last minute pop right in the close. There was some really good volatility. I think it was gapped up pretty big yesterday, actually. But I can go down the list. I mean, there was a lot of the stocks. I mean, you could look at some of the brand name stocks. You could see how they all came back. Disney, Facebook. And we don't really trade these stocks, but when you have a day like yesterday and a day like today, you will get these gap ups there. So if there is a stock that you favor, that you like, this is basically maybe what you're looking for. All right, now as going on with what's going on this morning, I went through the watch list this morning. It's not that big, you know what I mean? Looks a lot of stops are gapped up. Boyle is doing pretty well. I was a fan of that stock. That stock was $100. You could see it took a very, very big hit due to the crash that we've been having. That one's looking pretty good back on the list. I sold it. I'm really ticked off I did. I sold it around $30 when it had this little big correction right here. I had this little pop right here, and then all of a sudden it came back down. It went all the way down to 26. Should have bought it back down there when it hit 26, 25. But you can see how it kind of came back a little bit. So that one's not doing too bad. What else we have here? So you got a couple of the stocks that are also moving. You can see a lot of them that really got beat up. DraftKings is doing pretty well right here. I bought a little DraftKings right here. I'm up like $50, not the end of the world. I bought it in pre-market, but that stock took a big hit, so that one's doing pretty good. What else you got? Like I said, you got the BBIG, that one's got a nice little gap up right there. You got JKS, that's moving pretty nicely too. That one been taking a very big hit, probably one of the leaders in the solar industry. That stock's up by 15%. VCNX I found this morning. Good volume, good tier sizes, but I don't know. She looks like she's kind of dying out right here. She dropped down to $1.20, so I'm not really seeing that much. I know, Kevin. I mean, listen, the list you could go on. Riot, nice little pop right there. The stock was at $45. You can see crypto made a little bit of a comeback, a little bit buying, little uptick there. Even coin. That one, you could see that one, 375, all the way down to about $1.50. Damn, that thing is volatile. Maritu, a lot of them are making comebacks. So for some of you don't have access to trading crypto stocks, I mean, we always trade the blockchains. That one does well pretty well. Norman says, nasty shake on that VCNX, stay away from it. Yeah, I would stay away from it. Why did you buy it, Norman? And got a little shaken out? Because that'll be the first thing I would probably, that's what I would probably say myself. But yeah, I took a loss from it. There you go. I knew it. That's okay. I'd rather you admit to it. Was a very nasty shake. And you know what? We'll see how she opens up. There was a couple of stocks that took really big hits right here. Which one was it? There was one that's taking a very, very big hit. You have a lot of these stocks that are coming down pretty hard. Is CRTX breaking all-time lows. Could you believe the stock was literally $120 back in September? Talking about a catastrophe. We saw the stock. I thought it was going to make a little bit of a comeback. My God, this thing this is why this puts you right out of business. This is what gets me nervous. And you know what? You know, we'll talk about the stories about the no overnight rules. This is what we're talking about right there. You know, consistency overnight, that low, as you wake up next morning, boom, stock gets crushed. And not showing any signs of coming back. There's another stock that took a big hit right here, F5. That one's looked like it make a little bit of comeback, but it's expensive. This was the other one I saw this morning that's really taking a big hit, GATO. Look at that one. Big hit right there. Big hit right there. So a couple of stocks that look like we had some good shorts. And I hope everyone had a good time because we did do a lot of shorting this past couple of days. And I know people get nervous, but like, you think being nervous to trade, do a short? My God, options is like 5 times more riskier. So don't be scared to short. You know, I know it's not the trading mentality. You never think of hoping things to go down, but you know what? Options is just as risky, which actually they're a lot more riskier. So, but I know a lot of you guys did well with it, and that was awesome. And yeah, the DWAC is also moving pretty well too. That one, what a great volatile stock that one was. Michael says Ford's got a little bit of a pop. Yeah, Ford. I mean, listen, Ford took a very, very big hit. A lot of support levels right around 20. Looks like it's starting to be a little bit of a, hit some major support levels back in November, December. You know, this stock is obviously pretty easy to trade. I mean, we look at the iceberg orders on level 4. That one worked out great. So yeah, that one looks pretty good. All right, any stocks I'm missing I did not call out? Anything else that we're missing? Josh called out GATO. Yeah, on the short on that one. GATO. Yeah, that one, like I said, right around 8 o'clock, 550. It's already down $1. I mean, it's a lot in pre-market. That is a lot, you know. So that one I like. So there's a lot to choose from. So a day like today, just give everyone a heads up the way I would trade it. I mean, I'm still not buying this little rebound. We saw this yesterday. We had a rebound. The stock market came down, had a rebound. It came back down. So I'll just bring up the Dow and show you what I'm talking about right here. And let me bring up a 2-day chart. So, you know, the whole idea is we are looking like we're having a little consistency trying to come back. I mean, we were down literally almost 1,000 points. We had a little bit of comeback. We had that little correction. So we got this big resistance right around here, around 1460. So a day like today, like I said, if we're going to trade brand name stock, something that you like, whatever it is, it has a trend, these are the days you do it. Other than that, you know what was going to stick with the big percentage gainers or losers because less risk, more reward. It's easy to follow the iceberg orders. But a day like this, it's very unusual. We rarely see things like this. And when we do it, you know, let's try to focus on the stocks that we kind of trade together with it. But listen, we got class today. Bronze, silver, gold students, please be in there. We're going to start at 10:30, so we're giving you first hour to trade, and then you'll be in class. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, if you guys want to ever join us, do a trial. And listen, yesterday we had a ton of new trial members. We had a bunch of them from last week from Well 365. We got hundreds of new traders that trial members that are coming aboard. Remember, for you to move forward, please talk to education advisor, because we want you to have the greatest experience to know what's going on. We don't want you come in here and kind of like be confused and know what's going on and not to know what's happening. And just keep in mind, this is a trading room. It's not a teaching room. You're only there to watch. All right. So cyber traders, let's go have a good fun this morning. Let's start commentarying in about 15 minutes. So let's go fill up some coffee and maybe hit the restrooms. Everybody else, we'll see you back here at 2:30. All right. Happy trading, everyone.